Okay, one more. One more. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, guys. Depending on where you're watching from, my name is FifiRich. I'm a makeup artist and inspirator, and happy New Year. This is not the first time I'm coming live on Facebook, but Happy New Year. In case you're going to be seeing me for the first time this year on this broadcast, tonight I welcome you to my profile. I welcome you to my platform. We are going to be having a conversation. I just want this to be an interaction. I want to ask, how long should I wait until a person marries me? How long should a couple take before they get married? Sis, are you there? Dollar Princess, thank you so much, my lovely. Thank you guys. We're also streaming on TikTok. You can follow me on TikTok at FifiRich07 because I'm on TikTok every single evening, you guys. So if you have questions, if you have, suggestions, things that you'd like for us to talk about, and if you have any area, maybe relationship wise, where you might need advice, just feel free. Apart from that, I'm a YouTuber, so please feel free to search me on YouTube, FifiRich, okay? And subscribe to my channel kindly and turn the bell button to know when I upload new videos. So I just wanna, oh my word, my network. Just hold on, I understand there's something wrong with the network. There's a slight disturbance. May you take charge in the name of Jesus. Thank you, sweet Holy Spirit. Come and speak through me. Let me decrease as you increase. Take over the platforms in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Tell me when it's better. Tell me when my network is better. You know, this network thing is so jealous, but I just want to pray that it will be well tonight. Pray that it will be well tonight. Hi Perry, hi Reward. Thank you, Perry, for sending likes. Please help me to win this game. Sis, is my network still bad? Let me know. Network. Is it still bad? Let me know. Hi, Cheetah. Thank you for coming. Let me know, guys. Let me know. So while I'm hoping and waiting for the network to stabilize, I'm just inviting the Spirit of the Living God in these broadcasts tonight in Jesus' name. Let the Spirit of God have a free course. Hi, Waruna. And may the word of God have its free course. So we're going to have a conversation. And in the meantime, I just want to tell you guys more about who I am and what I do in case you're seeing me for the first time. So I'm a makeup artist first before I got into inspirator work online. So my makeup artistry speaks to beginners when it comes to makeup. My makeup artistry speaks to beginners. Thank you. My makeup artistry speaks to beginners, when it comes to makeup. So it's people that are just starting out, they're like, hey, I want to own my makeup game. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I don't even know how to build a kit. I don't even know what basic things to get and how to use a brush set, like things like that. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here. And I do things like makeup lessons, consultation. I have beginner-friendly makeup tutorials on YouTube, so you can check me out on YouTube for that. FifiRich, once again, on YouTube. So you find a lot of beginner-friendly, very easy to follow, easy to understand makeup tutorials, okay? And if you need to get with me one-on-one, you can also reach out. We can do that. And I also offer a free discovery call where we go on a call and you tell me your pain points, your problem areas in the area of makeup, so we can work on that. And then I have a brush set also. I have my own FifiRich bold black makeup brush set that you can also buy, okay, with a payment plan as well. So talk to me, find out more about it in my page, my makeup page, Makeup with FifiRich. On Facebook, I have a page, Makeup with FifiRich. And while I'm here, may I just kindly ask you guys to follow me on there. Follow my page on Facebook, Makeup with FifiRich. I've got a lot of things planned for you guys this year. So beginning of beginning of February or end of month. Thank you guys for coming. Please help me to win. Help me to win, guys. We're going to be having a conversation tonight. So also, I'm an inspirator, which means that I do impact work online. I've got programs that are just meant to help somebody to become better, at different things. For instance, one of the programs I have and I love so much is Mary Who Is Ready on YouTube. Here we talk about premarital readiness, we talk about relationship issues, we talk about marriage issues with married people, of course. So we have stakeholders that are relevant. Thank you, sis. Thank you for the likes, guys. Please super tap hashtag FYP, okay? So we have stakeholders that are relevant to the area of marriage. So that's one of the things that I do, you guys. And so apart from Mary Who's Ready, I've got other programs like the Greater Impact Corner. This one deals with inner healing, spirit, soul, and body. Well, we're bringing down matters of the heart and the issues of life together, okay? The Bible says, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flow the issues of life. So we cannot separate the two, isn't it? So this is Greater Impact Corner. And then you've got, makeup tutorials. Also, we've got Let's Talk. I've got a show called Let's Talk where I do my makeup live, and then we'll talk about something. We'll talk about some general concerns, in society, like are women to blame for sexual violence and things like that. So thank you so much for coming, guys. This is me buying time and telling you more about what I do, more about my makeup artistry and things like that, so that with the hope that the network will stabilize. I believe the network has stabilized. Is it better, sis? Is the network better? Is the network better? Because we need it stable. I don't just want the network to be anyhow. Is it better? Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming. Please help me to win. Hi, Lala Bay. Thank you, guys, for coming. So that's what I do. For those of you guys that are new and my new followers, my new friends, thank you so much for following me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my friend. And may the love of God keep us and take us far by the grace of God, okay? So I present the love of God to you, somebody. I want you to know that God loves you so much. And He's longing to have a relationship with you. Yes, He is. Despite all the calamities, all the challenges you may be having or have had in the past, God is still for you. He's not against you. No matter what happens, no matter what has happened, okay? Yeah. There are powers that contend our lives, that fight, okay? That fight us. The enemy comes to kill, to steal, and to destroy. But the Bible says, but the Lord Jesus Christ came that we may have life and have it more abundantly. So thank you, guys. So. How long, sir? How long must a person wait before they get married? How long must the couple wait before they get married?
Come on, support me, my friend.
Wow, Mr. Wow. Do you have an idea? Draw. Thank you so much. Okay. So this is you. You may be in this position. You've met a guy. You've met a lady. And you're just head over heels in love. As people would have it. And you are just like, okay, I think I want to marry this person. I think I want to settle down with this guy, with this young lady. Yeah. But then you might be wondering, so then how long does it take? I understand when a man meets a lady, it doesn't take long. Hi, Zara. When a man meets a lady, it doesn't take long for him to know whether she is the kind of lady he can settle down with. He may not say it, but it doesn't take long. So I don't think that it should take long for a lady to know if the person you're dealing with is the kind of person that has the potential to be your husband. I don't think it should be long. Honestly, I don't. And one of the things that will help the process to become shorter, the process to determining whether somebody can settle down with you, whether somebody can marry you, is when you yourself understand who you are. When you meet somebody and you're self-assertive, you know the kind of person you are, you know the things that you want in life, you know exactly what you're pursuing in life, it's not going to be difficult to deal with somebody coming into your life and saying, okay, I want to settle down. Hi. It's not going to be difficult at all. At all, at all, at all. So I would just say the drawing board that we should be going to, first of all, is with you, with myself as an individual. I have to do my homework. It's a very dangerous thing to find yourself. Hi, perfect. Hi, perfect. Sis, where are you? Where are you? It's a very dangerous thing to find yourself dealing with somebody who okay, I'm looking for hi, just hi. I'm looking for Dollar Princess. I'm looking for Dollar Princess. Hello. It's a very dangerous thing to find yourself dealing with a person, another whole, complete individual when you yourself have not dealt with yourself. This oftentimes leads to a lot of destruction in a relationship. You find yourself being overbearing at some point. You find yourself now like, okay, over dependent, over reliant on a person. You find that you now shift everything about your being and you place it on this person. You put it in the direction of this person, of their being, of what they stand for, what they believe in, where they're going. And that's too much to invest in one individual, especially if you're just meeting. You're not married. That's too much investment initially. So one of the safest things I would say, we're going to how long before you marry me, isn't it? One of the safest things is just to deal with yourself first before you find yourself in a relationship. Hi, Bex Crook. Thank you so much for coming. Please share, guys. Super tap, super tap. Okay. So you really want to understand yourself. What kind of a person am I? Hello. What do I like? What do I enjoy doing? What are my value systems? Value systems are very important. We're going to talk about that. I learned this a bit later in life. I wish I knew it way earlier. Like when I was a teenager, it would have helped me a lot in like a whole lot of, dynamics when it comes to relating with people in general, not just like, relationship, romantic, involvement. So you want to understand yourself. What do I value? What do I like in life? What speaks to me as a person? What speaks to me? How do I want to spend my life? What do I want to do? What do I want to achieve? Who do I want to be in life? Yeah, that's one of the things. That's one of the things I think make a lot of sense before you meet somebody else, So it's something that I just want to talk about. When you're in a relationship, you are still going to get to discover more about yourself as you discover more about this individual. So the problem is when your self-discovery is just starting from scratch in the relationship. You are discovering yourself in the course of being with another person. This means you're discovering yourself on another person who probably has discovered himself or herself. And then it's going to be a problem. So I think you want to work on yourself a little bit more and you want to understand what you want. Of course, when you meet a person, it doesn't mean that you've exhausted yourself. As human beings, we are evolving creatures. Thank you for coming. As human beings, we are evolving creatures. We're ever evolving, we're ever growing, we're ever developing. So what that means is that, let me just try and let me just do something here that might help with the connection. Yeah, I think this would help. So as human beings, we are ever evolving, we are ever growing, we're ever developing. We're always achieving and we're always pursuing growth. We're always pursuing growth. So one of the things is You really should be able to leave space to grow further, to develop more, but not meaning that when a person comes into your life, you've not done anything for yourself on your own. No. Let somebody come into your life when you've already attained a certain level of very satisfying personal development. You've gotten a very satisfying amount of knowledge, even in the area of relationship. Anything that you pursue in life, try by all means to be well versed in it. Pursue knowledge for any subject matter. If you're interested in a relationship, if you're interested in marriage, you've got to pursue knowledge in that regard, in that area. Because it's only knowledge that's going to save you in the tough times, when your relationship, when your marriage is now subject to the test of time. The only thing that's going to help you is knowledge. It's not how you feel that saves you. That's what I've learned, I'm telling you. Does it make sense? Thank you, Bex, for coming. So it's not how you feel that saves you. It's not how you feel that saves you in the course of a relationship. Okay. So, when you find that you're now in a relationship and you already come understanding yourself and you're dealing with somebody that also understands themselves. So as you are self-assertive, aim to be with somebody who's also self-assertive. This will help you a lot when it comes to issues, situations, dealing with differences, okay? When you're both self-assertive, when you're dealing with differences and things, you both know how to cope. Okay? You both know how to deal with one another when there's misunderstanding, when there's issues, when there's problems. Challenges in relationship are good. Depending on how you look at them, they can be good, they can be bad. But this is why I say they're good. I'm not saying you should kill one another. I'm not saying the kind of, issues that are so toxic, life-threatening, no. But for the fact that two individuals are coming together into a relationship, it means that there's going to be a lot of compromise because there's going to be differences. Remember, you're meeting somebody who's coming from a whole nother background, a whole nother environment. They are a product of different situations, issues, circumstances, experiences, exposures. Now they come with you. They come to you. You also have your own circumstances, exposures, issues, experiences you are coming from. And they've made you guys to both believe in whatever you believe in, to both look at life however you look at life. So now when you're coming together, there's bound to be differences. Any relationship you see, there's never a difference. You can just never say no. There's no friction. There's never a disagreement. Everything is smooth the whole time. Just know that one person is being fake. One person is pretending. A proper relationship, no matter two people love each other, no matter how, compatible, how, attached you are to one another, there's bound to be differences and issues. So when you're both self-assertive, it helps you to know how to deal with those issues. It helps you to know where boundaries are. Oh, you've come too far. No, you don't do this to me. No, I don't want you to talk to me like this. No, please, this is not how I like it. No, I prefer this. See, when we have a challenge, let's talk about, let's do this. Okay. Sometimes to the point of let's go for counseling. You are self-assertive, so you know that when there are issues, this is how we can best approach them, best deal with them. But if two people are coming together and they're not self-assertive, oftentimes when there's friction, when there's problems, it can cause them to break up. Or one person may be self-assertive in a given situation. They may know what to do. They may know there's a solution and where to find it. And then, hello. And then the other person may not be self-assertive. Or just may not be self-assertive enough to know what to do in that situation, to know how to deal with that issue that is, you guys are facing in the relationship. So that's one of the dynamics. And it's so important, so important for two people to come being self-assertive. So you have to understand yourself before you meet a person. Please. It's not a rush matter. A lot of us, we want to be in a relationship because we just like being in a relationship. We just like the idea of being loved, loving somebody, Valentine's date. Oh, it's nice and rosy. Then you get married, and you may get married in the dark. In the dark means without knowledge, without an understanding of what really marriage is about, what it entails, what it takes to have and to keep a marriage. Because anybody can get married, but not everybody can maintain it. That's why we see divorce. That's why we have divorce at the end of the day, and high rates of divorce for that matter, not just divorce. Look around us. Look around us. What's going on, guys? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So if you're here, please comment. Let me know what you think about this issue so far. And then now, having been a self-assertive person and hoping to meet another self-assertive person, now you're coming together. We're talking about how long to wait before getting married, isn't it? So then now you come together and you start a relationship. I've got butterflies in my stomach. All the euphoria, all these emotional, chemical reactions come in. The honeymoon stage. Before the honeymoon stage, though, I'd love for you to consider something. Just when you're meeting somebody, how about changing the approach to having particular conversations before allowing yourself to be? Hi, Emmanuel, David, thank you guys for coming. How about changing the approach where if you are somebody that jumps into a relationship, I like this guy, I like this girl, I've been that person, and I've come of age, so I realize it doesn't really work because somewhere along the line you can get burned. Okay, so how about changing the approach to start establishing some things in conversations? Have some conversations before your relationship starts, before you and your potential partner, this person that you like so much, you think you can be in a good relationship with, ultimately you think you can marry them. Have some conversations about value systems before you start that relationship. Hello, thank you for coming, guys. Hey, please comment. Are you learning something? Are you getting something out of this? So, value systems are very important. And the thing with value systems, what I've learned about them is they should complement each other. Should be like this when you're coming together. It's you, it's the person. So the value systems must complement each other. They must merge, okay? So that you guys can flow easily. But oftentimes what we find is people are in a relationship. They first enter because of, I like this person, the feelings, the emotional chemical reaction. And then later, they see that value systems are clashing. So when they clash, it's like this. It's like this. That's what happens when value systems are clashing. So you don't want to see that value systems are clashing when you're already in the relationship. Because now, should you break up, you're going to get hurt. And the pain of a breakup is very difficult to deal with because it scars your soul. It scars your soul. So imagine before you get married, you are heartbroken by 10 guys. The person that is going to marry you, they have a lot to deal with. They have so much to deal with. So it's only by the grace of God. Hi, Tatlok. Thank you so much. So it's better. Hi. Thank you guys for coming. Please super tap for me, okay? So it's better when you deal with certain conversations before. Okay? Have certain conversations before the relationship starts. Are you hearing me, somebody? Let me know if you're there. Hey, it says, hey, Dollar Princess, can you, is my network still a bit problematic? Let me know, you guys, so I just, I'm trying to flow with this thing, but God have mercy. So where is she? Okay. Nate, thank you for coming. Thank you guys for coming. So value systems, they should complement each other. They shouldn't clash. And oftentimes we discover that our value systems are clashing, and that's what leads to breakups, damage in relationship, and now it taints us. You know, it really causes pain in our soul, and it causes a scar. It scars us. After the wound, there's a scar, isn't it? And we really want to avoid that. So one thing I've learned and I'd like to extend to you is try by all means. Hello, future. Try by all means that when, yeah, you guys can request, okay? Hi, Ruth. Thank you, guys. You guys can request, huh? You guys can come on, okay? So one thing I've learned. Hello. Hello. Thank you for coming, chef. I think this guy is a chef. Are you a chef? Hello.
Yes, sir. How are you? Your internet is not working.
Uh-oh. I understand my internet is giving me a bit of a problem, but let me just try and finish this, guys. I'm so sorry, Joshua, but good evening, gentlemen. How are you, sir? Thank you for coming. I understand there's network issues here, but by the grace of God, we'll manage. So establishing value systems, you want to do that before, you know, a relationship starts, ideally, rather than to discover clashing value systems in the course of a relationship. So before you start the journey of the relationship, because now when you're in a relationship, remember you're emotionally entangled. It's very hard to really look at the red flags for what they are. You start to overlook a lot of things. You're hoping that this will change, things will get better, and we don't really want that to happen, right? Because now chances are you're gonna get hurt. You are gonna get hurt. So establishing value systems. What matters to you? What matters to me as an individual? What do I value in life? Once again, where do I aspire to go? What's my vision for my life? See why it's important to be self-assertive before entering a relationship, because you already know what you want. And once you know what you want, you're likely to attract somebody that knows what they want. And then you can merge and do one thing, you know. So what do I want? Okay, establish values in relationship. So relationship is started by attraction, but it's not necessarily kept by attraction. Attraction is what leads to a relationship, but it's not what will maintain the relationship. So one of the things you want to look at is you have to understand the other person and yourself so that you know if it's mutual. And so things like communication. Hi Jade 100, thank you for coming. Things like communication. What is the person's philosophy of communication? What is the understanding of communication? What do they think about communication? That's something to really look into, because if your values with regard, hi Kapano, if your values with regard to communication differ and they clash so much, chances are you guys are going to have a big problem. Yeah, you're going to have a big problem. The time you need to communicate with your partner, they may not be willing. The things that are important to you to talk about, they may just overlook them and feel like, oh, I just did this. I made the decision, the independent decision to do this. Even in marriage, can go into marriage. Because remember, when you're dating, you're trying to establish if this person can be courted, can we go into courtship? And then, can this person marry me? That's ideally you're trying to establish if there can be longevity, if there can be marriage out of this thing, isn't it? So that's one of the things that I wanna. Hi, Cos, thank you so much for coming. It's one of the things that I want us to look at. What's your values on communication? What's your philosophy? Do you think that when we have a challenge, it's very important to talk about it, or do you just believe in brushing things under the mat? Are there certain decisions that are major to the relationship that we should both be able to sit down and talk about? Or is it like everybody do that thing? You see? How you talk to me, how I talk to you. How important is it to greet you before starting a conversation? Or do I just come and say, hey, bring the money, I want to go to the mall? Do I just send messages like that, like, oh, send the money, I want to go to the mall? Or is it important that I say, good morning, sir, good morning, ma'am, hello, my person, how are you today? I just wanted to say, please, send the money, I want to go to the shops. You see? So how do we approach one another? How do we address one another in that relationship? It matters, because you may not know it, but you may be hurting somebody's inner being, somebody's ego. People have this thing called ego, so I'll just quote that. I don't know where it comes in when it comes to love, but anyway, there's something like that apparently. So how do we address each other? Communication is very important. How do I handle my partner when he is upset? How does my partner handle me when I'm upset, when I'm angry? What kind of language do you use? When you are the one that has offended me, when you're the one that has upset me, what kind of language do you use? Yes, how do we resolve our conflicts? Conflicts will always be there, like I said earlier on, but what kind of approach do we have in resolving conflict? So this is communication, and it's one of the value systems that you should try not to overlook even before you enter into a relationship. Okay, you guys. And then another thing is respect. I'm just giving you examples of value systems that you could look into. It could be more than what I'll mention today, but I'm giving you examples, scenarios that you can really build, to say, okay, how's this? Hello, sir. Chris, thank you for coming. Please reduce your volume for me just a bit. So, respect. How do you feel about respect? Does it matter that you respect this person or they respect you? And then how do you define respect? What is respect to you? What is disrespect to you? You have to understand those things. You really have to understand those things. And a lot of the time, one of the ways you know whether a person respects you or they don't respect you is how they address you. It goes back to communication. Communication and respect are very close. How a person addresses you oftentimes will tell you a lot about whether they respect you or not. And the easiest way to respect people is to respect yourself first. How you also identify whether somebody can respect you in a relationship before you enter is, do they respect themselves? How do they handle themselves? How do they treat themselves? What matters to them concerning their own personal life, their own well-being, their approach to themselves? If somebody respects himself, they're likely to respect you. But a person that cannot respect himself, never expect that they can extend respect to you. Do you see how it is? So look into these things. Don't rush. I understand you rush in, you rush out. So true. So true. Even true to the area of marriage. If you rush into marriage, you rush out. We're talking about how long to wait. How long should a couple wait before they can get married? So you establish things like your first self-assertive. You establish your value systems. And in value systems, I'm giving things like communication, things like respect, okay? Things like quality time. Things like quality time. What does quality time mean to you? For instance, quality time may be something that's very, very important to your partner when it's not as important to you. The men may be thinking, hey, I'm making an income, I'm making a living, I'm busy, I'm working. And the lady is thinking, no, it matters to me that we have quality time. Every now and then, let's set time apart just for us, where we say, okay, I understand you have everything to do with work, you have business, you have, your career, there's the kids. And you also say, hey, I understand that, I'm also so busy, but we are making intentional time where we say, we're forgetting about the whole world, we're forgetting about everything that we have to deal with, and we're focusing on ourselves. Hi guys, please super tap, comment, hashtag FYP. Super tap, hashtag FYP, grab each other. Grab each other, sir. Are we not doing the match? We're not doing the match. So that's one of the things. Quality time, is it important? Is it not? How important is it? Is it something we can compromise on? Remember, value systems may not always be exactly the same, but they should complement one another, and there should also be a place for compromise. You say, okay, because this is so important to you and it's not so important to me, I'll just bend over. Yeah, I'll just bend over so that I can accommodate you. And you can say, oh, because this is so important to me, and I know it's not so important to you. As you bend over, I'll also be able to meet you somewhere in another area where you have something that's so important to you. Okay, so if I can compromise in this area, you can compromise in another area. If I can compromise with communication, you can compromise with quality time, for instance. So that's just another thing. Hi, Chef Marcus. Thank you for coming. So that's just another thing. That's just another dynamic. Is quality time important, equally important, or is there a way that we can work around this thing being equally important to us? How about prioritizing one another? If you're not in a relationship yet with somebody and you are not even sure, you can't even tell that this person prioritizes you, or you can tell that this person does not make you a priority already before a relationship. What are you expecting in the relationship? They're not gonna make you a priority. I think it's very rare to see somebody say, oh, let's get in the relationship, then in the course of the relationship I'll change. Just like how some people think, I'm gonna marry this person with all these red flags that I'm seeing, all the wrong things, all the wrong signs that they are showing me. I'll just marry him or I'll marry her, and when we get married, they will change. Marriage doesn't change anybody. I'm sorry to hit you with the headline, but marriage does not change anybody. Okay? Nobody changes in marriage. People just amplify who they are, apparently. So if somebody's abusing you before you get married, it's going to be 10 times worse. If somebody respects you before they marry you, chances are they're going to respect you so much more. Unless they're pretending just to get married, that's another context. But as far as changing in the relationship, as far as changing inside the marriage, no. Do your due diligence to determine the real essence of this person's character before you get in a relationship and before you ultimately get married. Hi, Breathy Melo. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. We're looking at some things, okay? So how long should we be in a relationship before we get married? How long, guys? How long? So that's just one of the dynamics that we're looking at, okay? So prioritizing each other. Another issue is, while we're talking about, instances of value systems, another issue may be sacrificing for each other. How well does this person understand the concept of sacrifice? And do they actually sacrifice? Are they a sacrificial person? Or is this person so selfish? Does this person understand the issue of sacrifice? What is the role of sacrifice in a relationship? Or they just don't care? Are they selfish? Are they so selfish that they just cannot sacrifice? I want to see my earrings just a little bit, guys. Let me see. Yeah. I want to see my earrings a bit. Hello, Bishop. Thank you for coming. Okay. Somebody very special gave me these earrings, so I like them. Yeah. So another thing is that sacrifice. Love is all about sacrifice. As a matter of fact, when it's love, it's proper, genuine love, a lot of sacrifice comes in. So many times you'll find yourself not wanting to do things, but doing them to please the other person, to make them happy. Oh, it will make my partner happy if I do this. Sometimes you eat food you don't necessarily want to eat at that time. Maybe they want beans. Maybe you want rice, something else. And you're going to compromise. You're going to sacrifice. Sometimes you lose a lot in a relationship, a lot to make somebody happy. Did you know that? Hi, Bishop. Thank you so much for coming. Did you actually know that? So sacrifice. So it means that I'm not looking at myself, but I am looking at you as the priority here. The key factor is to make you happy, to love you, to show you that I love you. And by the way, love is not what you say, it's what you do. Aloud, Tommy, thank you so much for coming. Love is not what you do. Love is what you say. Just hold on. Today I had some network issues. I don't know what could be the problem, guys. Yeah. Hello, thank you guys for coming. Super tap. Thank you for joining, watcher. Please comment, let me know who you are so that I can shout you out, okay? So I'm sorry if something is not so clear. I mean, as far as the network is concerned, but I'm so happy to have you guys here. Thank you so much. So sacrifice is also a thing, and if you're determining value systems, you want to know what is sacrifice to this person, what is sacrifice to me, are they sacrificial? Because if you're in a relationship with somebody who has no sense of sacrifice, you're going to be very frustrated, and oftentimes you're going to find this out in the relationship because we just oftentimes enter before doing our due diligence. So let's try and change the approach a little bit. It will save us a lot of hurt. It will save us a lot of hurt and disappointment. Okay. So you want to ask yourself, who are you? What do you want? Things like this. These are some conversations that are important after value systems. Who are you? Hey, you want to come into my life? Tell me, who are you? If you're coming into my life and you cannot define yourself to me, we might be having a problem. What do you want? You're coming into my life, you want a relationship with me, but you don't know what you want yourself? I don't know. Is that safe? Judge for yourself. Is it a safe thing? Is it a safe thing? When was the last time you cried? What kind of person were you dealing with? If you look at the conversation we're having right now, against the relationship you were just coming with, you'll see that a lot of the things we're talking about were missing in that relationship. There was homework that was skipped. So it's not late. You can learn and you can do your homework very well the next time, okay? You don't quit. You don't quit on love, relationships, the idea of being somebody because somebody's praying for somebody like you. There's hope. Somebody's just believing God for somebody just like you. So we never know. So the idea is not to quit, but it's to know how to do things the right way so that they last. Remember, when you're going to go into a relationship, a fulfilling relationship will involve people that are pursuing longevity. They want to go far together. They want to grow together. They want to settle down together. Ella J, thank you so much for coming. All right. So that's just the thing. And so you have to have somebody that's able to answer some of these very important questions and they describe some of these very important things about themselves before you can consider that they are an ideal partner in a relationship. Unless you just want to play, but I don't think that it's ideal to be getting into a relationship thinking you want to play. That's very expensive. That's very expensive if you ask me. Okay. So that's one of the things that we're talking about. Thank you, sir, for coming. So it's one of the things. Good evening. Thank you for coming. We are looking at. Oh, thank you. I lost him again. I think nobody should try and join my stream tonight on TikTok just for safety, you guys. All right. So people must be able to give you a clear direction of what they want out of a relationship. It's very important. Be able to give somebody a clear direction of what you want in a relationship, and they should be able to do the same for you. That's something that I wrote this one time. All right. So also, actions speak louder than words. And oftentimes we overlook this because I like this person. This person makes me so happy. Oh, but actions speak louder than words. What this person is doing to you before even the relationship, do not take it for granted once again. Don't say they'll change later. No. The first time somebody shows you their true colors, believe them. That's what Maya Angelou once said. The first time somebody shows you their true colors, believe them. Don't wait to say, no, it's not true, it's not true, it's not true. It's not true, it's not true, it's not true, it's not true. Don't say it's not true. Hi, Fifi. Thank you.
Hello. Finally, somebody's accepting me. I'm happy then.
Hi, Moffat.
Hey, connection again.
Fifi, I had some network issues and I connected with you earlier on. I tried to request you and it wouldn't go through because you're my namesake. My name is Fifi. Thank you, guys.
Hello, Fifi. I can't see who is it anyway. Oh yeah, I can see it now.
Oh, shame. Thank you guys for following. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry when you keep losing me, guys. Don't give up, okay? Don't give up. Let's not give up. These things will be better. We start somewhere. We're growing. I used to be a bit worried about network issues, but not anymore. Honestly, I don't worry about that at all. I think that sometimes the picture will be breaking and yet you can hear me. I think that's the most important thing. So try and stay with me. God will provide better means and better resources. God will send in everything. The God of the vision gives the provision, guys. Gravo, thank you for coming. So don't quit. Stay with me. Stay with me. Hi, user. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, guys. Let's see. Yes. I was just taking a nice little screenshot on TikTok. I like this filter that puts shades on your eyes. Actually, specs, some kind of specs. I just feel like it makes me look a bit nice and professional. You know, like some kind of a therapist. You see, a therapist. So I like it. I just like that. Thank you for coming, Madnoj. Thank you guys for coming. Super tap, FYP, like. Okay. All right. Where were we? Actions speak louder than words. So the first time somebody shows you their true colors, believe them. Don't say, no, they'll change. Nah. I think you get to a point in your growth where you realize that in life, you really shouldn't be trying to change people. That's gonna drain you and it takes a lot of energy. And how long are you going to take before you change that person proper? Because you're meeting a person whose value systems, whose ideologies of life have been built over time. So you just arriving in my life today. It's not going to be easy for you to change how I see life, how I see things, how I do things, how I handle things, how I handle myself, how I handle challenges, difficulties, issues. You cannot just change just like that. If anything, let me be the one to see and be inspired by your character. Then I will be inspired to change. Let me be the one to see you, and based on who you are and how you are to me, how you relate with me, let me be inspired to change. Not like you come and you want to command change. Just like how some people nowadays want to command relationship. Relationship is built, it's not commanded. In Jesus' name. Hey, I hope this is sinking. Hello. Relationship is built, it's not commanded. You cannot meet a person and say, you meet a person today in the morning at 10 a.m., lunchtime you're talking to them, evening you're in a relationship. That's a dangerous thing from what I've seen. Okay? Remember, I'm coming from somewhere myself, so some of these things. Okay, yeah. Oh, guys, shame. JD, thank you for coming. Oh, I just got a message about the loss of somebody's loved one, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, thank you guys for coming. Please super tap for me. Yeah. And then another thing I want to say, how long? We're considering things to look at, as we're going to answer or as we're answering. I think as I speak, I'm also answering the question of how long should a couple take before they get married? How long should we date before we get married? I believe that if you can establish these things that I've been talking about, you will have a much better idea of when you can now take the step of marrying. Yeah. If you can look at, we are self-assertive, if you can look at what are our value systems, if you can look at what is this person doing, actions. Are we likely to go somewhere if this person is behaving like this? Behavioral patterns, mannerisms. Oh, I believe if you can look at these things, they will give you a much better idea of how soon or how later you need to wait. Okay? How much later until you get into marriage, all right? even if you're dating, is not a race. To marry somebody is not a rush matter. It's not forced matter. You are not forced to marry anybody. So nobody must put you under pressure to marry somebody. Marry who is ready. That's what I always say. It's the name of a program of mine anyway. Marry who is ready. Marry somebody that's ready, and you yourself be ready. Okay? It's not about societal pressure. It's not about I've gotten to this age, I have to marry. Oh no. If you rush in, you rush out. That's what one of my favorite pastors, Pastor Fumi, loves to say. He says, if you rush in, you rush out. So we don't want to rush in and rush out, do we? So you rushing, it means you've overlooked a lot of things. You just want to get in. I like this person. Oh, I love them. Oh, little do we know. Little do we know, guys, that we may be dealing with a disaster waiting to happen. So it's important to heal from where you're coming from and not drag another person along in the mud, okay? So before you start a new relationship, please see to it that you've healed. You've recovered from where you're coming from. And part of healing is, what was done to me? What did I do? How was I wronged? Where was I wrong? So heal. Get to the point where you can even talk about it and it doesn't feel painful. You can talk about it, it doesn't, oh, you forgive and that person, yourself, even where you have to forgive yourself, make sure before you attempt another relationship. This will also help you when you're meeting a person and you're now in a relationship again. Oh, now we can get married. You are ready. One of the things is to heal. Because if you don't heal, oh, the next person is most likely going to pay for the sins of the last person, and we don't want that. Okay, we don't want that. Yeah. So now deal with your relationship with an open mindset, an open approach. This will help you to accommodate another person. You have to be accommodative. So try and have an open mind. Don't close yourself up to how you see things, how you perceive life, to your philosophies of things, finances. This is how money must be spent. This is how things must be done. This is where we go for Christmas. We can go there. We can do. No, try and be open-minded. Okay, so that it helps you to accommodate another person. Hello, Tehil. Thank you so much. Okay, try and be open-minded so that you can accommodate another person. Yeah, a relationship is about give and take, and relationship is just what you're giving should also be reciprocated. I cannot have you loving me alone when I'm not also doing the same for you. So anytime you're the one, exerting so much energy into the relationship and you're not getting the same thing back, it's going to burn you. It will feel so abnormal. You will definitely feel like something is not right. Something is missing here, and this is not okay. I really shouldn't be living like this. Yeah. So thank you so much, guys. So there's a question that I have, but I'll save it for next time. I'll save it for next time I come live. I have a question. It's a very random question, and it says, what causes arrogance in a breakup? Hi, Sally. Guys, can you please comment? Let me know you're here. I just want to see comments, please. Hello. Hi, guys. Can I see comments? Can I see comments before I go off this stream so that later I can come back on? I'm going to be on TikTok at 10:30 p.m. guys, okay? For some time. So you guys can catch me on there as well. It'll just be chit-chat. But in this chit-chat, there are nuggets of life. There's important things. Hi, Sohu. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you. We're about to finish. So, I want to encourage you in closing. Please, try by all means to do your due diligence. Before a relationship, before marriage, do your due diligence. Because if you marry wrong and you have to divorce now, divorce is very expensive. Divorce is one of the most costly things in this life. Ask God why He hates divorce. If you don't believe me, it's fine. But if you don't believe me for what I'm saying, believe me because it's my testimony. I'm coming from there. Believe me because my own parents divorced when I was really young. Okay? If you don't believe me from my experience. Divorce is one of the most expensive things in life. I'm telling you. Especially on the child. Because if you're going to marry wrong and you have children and you have to divorce, those children are more affected than you, the divorcing parents, the divorcing couple. Trust me, I know what I'm saying. Yeah. And if for whatever reason, I learned that if for whatever reason you marry the wrong person, it means that you've gotten a wrong parent for your children. Imagine. Look at this. Please look at these things nicely. Try by all means to do your due diligence. I cannot say this enough. I will never be able to say this enough. So I'll be saying it. It will be a song of my life. I'll be singing this song every time. Mady, hello. I'll be singing this song every time. Divorce is very expensive. And if care is not taken, you may never be able to recover. Hello. If care is not taken, you may not be able to recover. You may never be able to recover. I'm fine. How long must the couple wait until they get married, sir?
So where are you streaming live from?
Botswana. I'm from Botswana. Thank you so much. So please do your due diligence. Don't just rush. Okay. So what is my answer? It depends on the couple. But try and do your homework as a couple. Try and do your homework as a couple. Try and establish important things like self-assertiveness on both parts, value systems, action speaking louder than words, and so on and so forth. So those are the things that I mentioned just to try and help you to see how soon you can decide. How soon you can decide that we're getting married. But it just depends on the couple. That's what I've learned. Hello, Molly Joseph. Thank you for coming. It depends on a couple. There's no wrong or right amount of time to say, let's date for 1 year before getting married. Some people they meet today, they marry very soon. Okay? Some people meet today, they marry. Some people take 3 months to marry after meeting. Some people, 1 year. Some people 5 years. Some people date for 8 years, they break up. A few months later, the other person is married. So it really just depends. It really just depends. Okay? So that's the thing on my end from me today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you so much. Remember to get me on YouTube and follow my makeup page, Makeup with FifiRich, here on Facebook. We've got a lot of things coming up, especially for those of you guys that are interested in makeup. I'll be putting some things on there for you. And I've got a brush set, FifiRich Bold Black brush set. Inbox me to make a plan to get your own, okay? If you're in South Africa, Botswana, we've got you. Another thing is I go live on TikTok every day in the evening around 10:30 p.m. Yeah, for chit chat, chilled stuff, but you'll be getting some good nuggets. Sorry guys, sorry about that. Okay, nuggets for life. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys all. I hope to see you soon. Please feel free to inbox me, email, or whatever, WhatsApp, just to let me know how this has helped you, okay? It's just good to get your feedback just so that I know how this is impacting your life, because I believe it's helping me. It must first help me before it helps you, okay? So thank you so much, guys. I love you all. Take good care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon. But on TikTok is every day at FifiRich07. Get with me now. See you guys. Take care of yourself. God bless.